All right, guys, time for the second match of round 3, APA Masters Championship, Las Vegas, Nevada. Let's go. All right, guys, on this one, we've got me, PDN, versus Marty. Marty is a very, very good player. I overhit my lag, so it's going to be Marty to break. Off to rack 1, here we go. All right, Marty to break, rack 1. We're playing 9-ball first. I just wanted to get it out of the way. I prefer 9-ball. Marty sinks the 2-ball. Looks like the 5-ball's in his way, though. Ooh, a little bit of playback lag. Sorry about that. Now, in my previous video, we touched a little bit on Fargo ratings because my last opponent that I recorded, Robert, was a 700 Fargo and I am a 530. For those of you who are not familiar with Fargo rating, Fargo is the rating system that they use for BCA uses it. I think WPA uses it. A lot of people use them for the higher rated play tournaments and whatnot. You start off, I think the starting rating is at 450. I'm a 530. I played the BCA championship. Some of those videos are on this channel. I played the BCA. I think I was a 512 when I went in and I came out a 530. Haven't played any Fargo matches since then. Nice jump shot. Draws it back, moves the 5, has a look at that 3-ball. Probably going to see a safety here. So basically, if you're 100 points ahead of somebody in Fargo, you should be beating them 5-4. I believe that's how they say. Let's see how he gets the safety. Overhits it a bit. I'm going to be able to see this 3-ball. I remember this shot. I try to return a safety and it doesn't go well. So I'll just continue telling you about Fargo. So somebody who is nearly 200 points ahead of me should be beating me 5-3 or 5-2. So in a race to 7, I should be getting a couple racks against these guys, but very seldom am I going to be able to beat them. Most of the top pros are over 800. Most of the semi-pros that are trying their shot at stuff are over 700 Fargo. So once you get around that 700 range, you're actually good enough to compete with a lot of the semi-pros in a lot of the bigger events. Not the biggest events for sure, but definitely the bigger events. You'll see a lot of those guys at the US Open taking a stab at it and things like that. So this is definitely a different tier of pool that I'm playing against. And Marty here is a 680. However, I believe he said something to one of my teammates about he used to be a 715, but he's gotten older. He said he had some issues with his eyes, according to the back of his shirt and what he was telling me. He said he's 64 and he's trying to stop playing these things, but his teammates keep making him play. So here he is. And he's the closer for their team. They just won that match, and that was a little bit of table roll. So they just won the last match against Tyler, and their whole team was like, okay, Marty, go finish it for us. So that's what he is in this match. He's a really good player. So what I'm doing right now is hoping that he makes a mistake. And here, you can't see this 6-ball. So this might be my chance. Alright, so he's got his jump cue out. I'm not a big fan of jumping this one. I'm pretty certain every time I make contact with that 6-ball, I'm going to scratch. which which he does. Six ball almost rolls up to the 7 and leaves me nothing here. Looks like I'm gonna go for the 6 in the corner and try to draw it out a little bit for the 7 on the side. Right now I'm looking at where the 9 ball is makeable from, where I need to get on this 8. I can stop shot on this 8 ball and be okay, so I've got a lot of room here. I overhit it just a hair, but I think I'm okay. I think I can spin this. Just put a little bit of inside spin to throw it this way and get my cue ball to come a little bit straighter back. Instead, I roll it forward. End up good on the 9 ball. So I'm hitting the ball well. Feeling pretty comfortable, even though I am quite certain I'm just trying to get as many racks in before he destroys me. So I win rack 1. Hopefully this one goes better than the last one, huh? On to rack 2. All right, rack 2, PDN to break. The wing ball to drop. Looks like I also dropped the cue ball. Oh, look at that. I made 4 balls on the break again, except this time I scratched. Alright, he's just going to hit this 1 ball, bring the cue ball across the table for the 4. Puts it in the middle of the table. This one here is just going to be a touch a draw with a bit of right and spin this cue ball back over here, get it on the other side of the 9. Lays it a little bit harder than I think he meant to, or not quite as hard. This table is, as I said in the other video, this table is a lot slower than the ones we were playing on in the other room. I think you're seeing that there because I think he really wanted to be over here on this side of it so he could just run the cue ball into the rail out here for the 8. Now he's left himself a pretty tough safety on this 7. He's just going to tuck the 7 over and bring the 8 cue ball up the table. I don't have an edge on this ball, so I'm going to have to kick at it. Alright, so I'm kicking this 7 thinking safety the whole way. I double hit it and get really lucky. What I was attempting to do is I just wanted to hit it in the face and bring my cue ball over here and send the 7 ball on a line like this. So a similar result, except I wanted... Definitely I was thinking cue ball here, 7 over here. I ended up with a much friendlier result because I got so lucky. Looks like he's got his jump cue out again. I think he miscued, if I recall correctly, I think he miscued on that contact, and that's why the cue ball just ended up squirting forward. Overhit this one just a smidge. Definitely trying to adjust to how slow the table is. All right, got this 9-ball in the top left. Right in the middle of the pocket. And I am up 2-0 on to rack 3. All right, breaking rack 3. Oh, double kiss the 9-ball into the corner. And there we go, 3-0 PDN on to rack 4. All right, PDN to break rack 4. 2-ball drops off of another friendly double kiss. 7-ball rolls into the 1. 4, 5, 8 look ugly. Not a great break. Definitely lost the cue ball behind it and everything. Not the momentum shift that I was looking for. All right, so I played that one around and dropped the 5. Now, I don't have very much of this 1-ball to hit. In retrospect, I probably could have played this into the rail and then at the 9, but what I'm trying to do is just get it away from there right now. I didn't want to leave him one to look at. I almost fluke the 1-ball. And yeah, I run out of luck. I really rushed that shot. In my head, I was just like, well, I can't really put draw on this and drive it into the 9 because I don't have that much room, so let's just get that 1-ball away from there. And that's not the smartest way to approach shots. If I'd have taken another 5 seconds just looking at it, I would have seen that. I could have rolled it. He was definitely hoping to get a little bit more on that because he's pretty straight on this 4-ball. Still makes it work. This one ran way short on him. This is when he makes a comment to me about how slow the tables are, because that ball's up here on the tables in the other room. Should be alright though, he's just gonna cut this one in. Get past the side pocket. Oh, he holds it on this side of the side pocket. That was pretty close actually. Pretty scurry. I give him this one because he's shooting great. I'm not worried about it. So 3-1 PDN's up, on to rack 5. Alright, rack 5. Marty to break. Drops the 5-ball, drops the 1-ball, covers the 2-ball. All right, he's gonna go kick off the short rail to get to that 2. Rusty didn't push out there. I've been playing pretty aggressively in this rack, so could have pushed me into a tough spot. I probably would have tried to go for it. All right, not sure if I'm trying to make this 2 in the side here or not. Definitely wasn't trying to fluke it off the 4 in the corner. Just shaking my head because I hit that ball so terribly. Again, just really soupy cloth on this table. It just catches everything. I have enough room to make this ball, but I'm gonna lose the cue ball. And I lose it in the side. Oh, just a little bit more follow on that one, or just a touch of inside. I mean, the inside probably kills the spin, but anything to try to get that cue ball to go there. Very frustrated with the speed of this table. I thought I hit that one pretty decent. And it just finished an 1.5 inches too short. All right, it looks like he's just gonna punch through this 6 ball, get up here for the 7. Nice shot. Both of us were a little frustrated at this point. You're gonna see a lot of jumping around in edits because the guy on the table to the left kept practically running into us. He was just hyperactive running around the table, and you'd be down on a shot and he'd just suddenly be standing next to your ear. Marty's had to get up a few times from being down on the ball and have to get up and walk away from the table because the guy almost plowed into him. And then earlier, the table on the right, these guys decided they wanted to have a meeting after their match was over, and they just crowded around their table instead of their chairs. So anyway, Marty's up 3, or I'm up 3-2. That was the end of 5. We're on to rack 6. Let's go. All right, rack 6. Marty to break. Feeling a little apprehensive. He's, I think he's done missing shots. 7 ball goes in the corner, 4 ball goes in the side, cue ball bumps the 1, much to his chagrin. Did I use that phrase right? I don't think I did. I think it means the opposite. I don't know. Let me know in the comments. It's got some safety options here. You can just push this 1 ball back behind the 2, run the cue ball up, maybe even hide it behind the 8. He does hide it behind the 8. This is the first time in the entire tournament that I break out the jump cue. I even had to take the little protector off the tip of it. So you can see what I'm looking at here. I know I can't make this 1 ball if I jump at it, so what I'm trying to do is I'm going to put a little bit of draw on the jump and try to get the cue ball back here. I get really lucky to keep the 1 ball on the table, but I got what I wanted. I mean, I drew it over behind the 2 ball, but man, hopped it a little bit too far and sent that 1 ball off the top of 2 rails. Still feel pretty good about the jump though. I mean, the shape that I was going for I actually got, so lucky to keep it on the table. So Marty just misses his kick shot. One ball still goes in the side, so we're just gonna shoot this, follow up a little bit, maybe about a foot or so. I play a little bit of spin on that one. I want to get on this side of the 3 over here so I can just go into the rail and across for the 5. Overhit that one by a bit. Guy brushed against me when I was down on my shot. And I missed my 5. I should have reset. That was my bad. I'm a little frustrated. There was very little awareness coming from the table next to us. Frustrating. I think I win this rack if I reset there, but I've been working so hard too on resetting when things like that happen. I think it was just the culmination of it constantly happening to myself and Marty. Marty misses his 5, but he makes the 6 ball. He's always going to make the 6 ball. Leaves himself a tough one with the 5 here. He's going to have to really cut this one. Plays that one with a little bit of left spin. Not ideal. He was trying to get around it. I think he really thought he was going to end up out here. Same spin shot, ends up great on this 9, makes a really good adjustment. And that's that. Tie game, 3-3. I really feel like I gave him one there, but can't really dwell on that. Just gotta learn and readjust. Oh well, on to rack 7, here we go. All right, Marty to break on rack 7, here we go. See if he makes that 5 ball on the right. Almost. 2 ball cooperates though, comes up here and goes in for him. 4 ball is gonna stay makeable. That's good. And the guy on the other table is practically sitting on our table again. Banks that one beautifully. Played that one kind of 2-way. If he misses that one inside, he's just leaving that ball over here. Just plays a great speed on it. Ball is gone, runs into the 6. Looks like he's just gonna hook me behind one of these. Tries to hook me behind the 6 ball, leaves the 4 ball out in the open, but this is a tough shot. Awkwardly queuing over the 5 ball. Yeah, just couldn't get a good line on that one. I think I even dropped the cue while I was at the end of my stroke. He's gonna cut this 4 ball in. Looks like he's gonna come up far enough to have a shot on this 5. Rail first, maybe? Should roll out nicely for the 6. Oh, he hits the 7 on the way by. Looks like I'm just going to try to run this one around the 6 ball. I run into the 6 ball instead. That might have been intentional. I looked at it for a long time, but I'm a little bit flustered. I'm not making the best decisions right now. Looks like I'm gonna get that 7 past the 9 ball. And I overhit it by a lot. I'll leave myself pretty straight in on this 8 ball. It's a shame. Just needed to be here. So I'd run it up and leave myself a really tough 9 ball up here. Overhit that one as well, just playing pretty terribly. And I miss it. Rattle it out. Oh, frustrating. Overhit the shape on that 8. If I play that one well, and I don't give away the one before, I mean, we're looking at 5-2 me. Instead, it is 4-3 Marty. On to rack 8. Alright, rack 8. Marty is breaking. Drops the cue ball. 2 ball is going to be very tough to get onto. Run a little short on my shape there. I think I'm going to try to draw this into the 3 ball. I do get very, very lucky not to hit anything going through the table, so it looks like some of my luck is back. Played that with a little bit of inside spin, probably because of the angle where I stretched across the table like that. Didn't really need to, could have just played it straight up the table, but now I gotta jack up on this 4-ball here. I make it. And here I noticed that the line on the tangent line off the 5 is at the 9-ball, so I'm gonna use the 9-ball to hold my shape for the 6, and if it goes in, it goes in. And I make both of them. So now I am tied 4-4. Nope. Those 2 racks that I gave up, I'm on the hill 6-2. It's so frustrating, but I mean, it's part of the game, I guess. So now we go on to 8-ball. Here we go, rack 9. First rack of 8-ball coming up. All right, here we go. First rack of 8-ball, PDN to break. Looks like I'm gonna make a few balls on this break. Make 2 of each. Two of each, and I barely have anything to shoot at. I hate this game sometimes. Looks like I've only got a 5-ball to shoot at. And it looks like I'm trying to decide right now if I'm gonna run off this 5 into the pile or if I'm gonna bring it up the table and come back up here and try to shoot at the 7-ball. So I go into the pile. We're gonna go for the 7 on the side here. Put a good bit of spin on that one. No idea what I'm gonna do with this 8-ball. I really messed it up with that 9-ball. So I can shoot this 6 and roll up for the 3. Overhit that one a little bit. Still no clue what I'm doing with this 8-ball. Tried to open it up a little bit. Don't get any movement. I think I was trying to get around and hit that 14, but if I do hit the 14, I might actually block myself from getting to the 1. It looks like here that 12-ball stopping me from getting onto the 8. And I make it even worse, or 15-ball apparently. And I make it even worse. Now here I probably could have shot his 9-ball into the pocket and given him ball in hand. He's good, he can move some stuff around, and he probably would tie me up right away, but it's better than breaking up the pile for him. So what I do is I call the side. What I'm actually thinking about doing here is playing the 9 into the, or the 8-ball into the rail, and then carry him off the 15 towards the side. This is just a really, really aggro move. I just missed the edge of the 15 though. I almost made that ball. If I catch the edge of the 15, I can actually run it into that side pocket. But I opened up everything for him. I didn't give him ball in hand, but I opened up his entire table. Stupid. He's got himself a 15-9. Don't want to lose the 15, so we might slow roll this one, leave it in front of the pocket. Nope. He runs it out instead. Doesn't want to leave it on the rail. Ends up giving himself a really good key ball for the 8. Taking the 15 instead in the bottom left. Overhits this one just a little bit, but he's still in a good spot. He can play this with a little bit of draw. We're not going to see the shot. He runs it forward instead. Takes 2 rails, comes into the shot line of the 8 ball, and looks disappointed. Looks very disappointed. Now pondering all of his life decisions. Ah, well, there you have it. All right, he's gonna have to spin this ball. A little bit of throw. And he makes the 8. It's a really nice shot. All right, Marty's up 5-4. Okay, Marty to break, rack 10. I think he broke dry. Give me a really awkward 6-ball shot. Six-ball shot breaks up the 4-ball. Maybe. I only hit the 13. Not the end of the world though. The 4-ball now goes into this left side over here, so that's cool. However, I think I only left myself a weird 7-ball. Just didn't get what I wanted out of it. I might have this 1 ball. Looks like I'm looking at the 1 ball. So we're going to play for the 4 in the side. It's going to be a close hit, but it's one of those, if it goes in, I hit it well. If it doesn't, meh. Three ball is going to be really tough to get on. I just keep having these nearly impossible balls to get on. Looked like I got a unfriendly bump there, but be okay. Can still see the 2 ball. A lot of draw on this shot. A lot of draw on this shot, and I hit it poorly. they'll dip in my shoulder when I put a lot of draw on a ball. I think I'm gonna go do some draw drills tomorrow morning. Looks like he's got a 10-14 combo here. Hits it really well, leaves the 10 ball up where you can still see it. Looks like the 10 ball is also gonna be a good key ball if he needs it to be. For those of you who aren't aware of what a key ball is, I keep saying it. The key ball is the ball that you use to get on the 8 ball. He's gonna go for it now. But having a ball that is nearby the 8 ball or something that you can shoot and it'll give you easy shape on the 8 is kind of the ball that you want to save for last. It's the key to the rack, so it's the key ball. He's got a 9 ball that is also a really, really good key ball. Kind of like a ball that you don't have to get perfect on. Like, you know, he could be anywhere and use the 9 to get on the 8. Or he could be anywhere here and use the 12 to get on the 8. So those are, it just, whatever you're most comfortable with is the one you kind of want to leave for your 8 ball shot. But here he can shoot the 11. This is what it was like. This is all the stuff I'm cutting out because of these guys just constantly standing around the table. I know he's shooting, he's playing pool, he's doing whatever, but he's just always there. But yeah, you can shoot the 11 here and you can come out for this 13 ball. It should be okay. And he does. Very, very beautifully, I might add. Leaves that one for the 12. And sets up perfectly for this 9 to 8. Honestly, if he wasn't getting flustered with people constantly being in his shot, just like I am, I probably would have just given him this rack right here. He played that really well to get on that 9. I know anything could happen, but when he's down on the ball, he's hitting it great. I do give him the 8 ball because, yeah. Really well played. He is now on the hill, 6-4. I got to win the next 3 if I want to win this thing. Just told him I'm going to win the next 3. He says, I think you have to win the next 3. All right, drops the 15 in the side. Looks like he can see that 13. If he can see the 13, that'll be that. It looks like he's going to shoot this 13 all the way up, maybe. I think he can throw this ball with a little bit of right and a little bit of pocket speed. I think that's what he's trying to do. Yep. Threw that one in. Didn't go as far as he wanted to, but he's still got plenty of options. 10 ball is great. Doesn't want to hit anything coming through here, and he doesn't. He avoids everything. Well, ball looks good, and I think he might be saving that 11 for the 8 ball. Might be saving the 9 for the 8 ball. Let's see what he does. think he's in a pretty safe spot with this 11 here. Yeah, that's good. So he's gonna play the 9 across and roll up nice for that 14. It's not the perfect line for him, and he knows that. But he's gonna make it work. He's a good shot. I had him though. Made some dumb mistakes. I've still got a lot of work on in my game. All right, runs into the 6 ball by design. Plays this one really pretty around the 5, leaves himself a straight in 8 ball. That's going to be it, guys. I lose this one 7-4. I gave him 2 racks, but I mean, the way he was hitting the ball, there's no telling. Maybe I win this one, maybe I don't. I don't know. He was a great pleasure to play with, though. Really nice guy. I'm editing a lot of it out, but he and I were talking in between every single rack, you know, just shooting the shit and enjoying ourselves. So, pleasure to play with. The whole team was. They were good guys. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. This is it for us for the Masters Championship. We were out after this. I'm not going to be playing Masters again for a while. Masters here is a league. It meets on Friday nights, and I have given my Fridays to my daughter. So we have date night on Fridays. And honestly, right now, that's just a little bit more enjoyable than playing pool. I've still got my 9-ball league and my 8-ball league. I'm going back to 9-ball starting in a couple weeks, so we'll have some 9-ball action. Unfortunately, we're playing out of a bar that has terrible lighting, so if they get it together and get some lighting on the tables, then great. I just recorded 3 matches out of there the other day, and I don't think I can use any of them. So I don't know if I'm going to have any footage coming up after this one. This one comes out on Tuesday, I believe. So I don't know if I'm going to have a video for next Friday. I might. I think we have 8-ball at the bowling alley. So yeah, hopefully I'll have something put together by then. But everything I've shot in the last couple weeks I haven't been able to use, which is unfortunate. But I hope you guys enjoyed this one. Hats off to Marty. Good dude. Glad he was able to whoop my butt. Mash the like button if you did. Hit subscribe if you haven't already. And yeah. Oh, leave a comment. Let me know if I got that phrase earlier correctly, or just leave an emoji. You know, comments help the algorithm. I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care.